We're fighting hard to protect the Romaine River, which is on the North Shore near Labrador, which is a huge salmon-bearing river that flows into a national park that Hydro Quebec is in the process of destroying, putting an $8 billion hydroelectric project. They're going to be putting 4 big dams on the river that'll dry out the riverbed in sections going up to 7 kilometers of dry riverbed. They'll create 4 huge reservoirs, basically flood some of the boreal forest, reduce the level of oxygen flowing in the river down into the national park. So it's a big environmental disaster that is being done on one of the last free-flowing rivers of large free-flowing rivers in Quebec. When it was being promoted to the communities in the region, it was said that the local people would get a whole lot of jobs. We found out that most of the communities locally haven't gotten employment from the project. The people who do get employment are specialized workers, often coming from Saguenay and other regions. So it's not an economic, really, manna for the region. The project is actually producing electricity that won't be used. Because there's been a drop in exports to the US, because the industrial demand, the energy consumption of mines, aluminum smelters and so on, hasn't been growing the way the Charest government was expecting it to.
C'est pourquoi l'hydroélectricité, s'il vous plaît. Hydro Québec, ça nous prend 8 milliards pour faire des barrages sur la rivière Romaine.
Ils ont besoin d'argent pour faire des barrages?
Ouais, écoute, eux, ils ont besoin d'argent pour faire des barrages, pour faire augmenter votre tarif d'électricité au printemps.
Pas sûr!
6%. On va essayer de leur donner après.
And what we're saying is this project, unfortunately, is a classic white elephant. I mean, there are obviously people that benefit from the project, the construction companies, and we all know how clean they are. Possibly the aluminum smelters would still like to be able to, have a hold on the government and have some electricity that's there waiting for them if they ever need it, that they can buy it at rock bottom prices. We obviously think the project can still be stopped, especially the 2 upper dams on the Romaine River. There's no reason to do them. And there's no economic, there's no environmental justification for doing these dams. And the other hydroelectric projects, which Hydro Quebec in its secret agenda, it still has other projects on the books, on the Magpie River, on the Little Mecatina River. They want to gut basically every large river on the North Shore to create this huge surplus of electricity that they think can be used to attract mining companies. It's a sort of speculative bubble. It's one of the last big rivers in Quebec. Essentially, Hydro Quebec's own statistics say there are 16 large free-flowing rivers in Quebec, and the Romaine would be the 14th of those to be dammed. The only 2 remaining rivers are off the road. They're not rivers you can access easily. So for an average Quebecer trying to go out and actually see and experience an authentic river ecosystem, I mean, the Romaine is it.